Hey
chamber.
everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain here, again joined by Conteus.
Hello.
So, alright, so for this one here, it's actually going to bring us into House Kondarak, which again can be located through like the airship. We also have the Stormreach teleporter, as well as they do have an entrance near the catacombs, if you remember those videos. That'll lead you in here. Once in here, we want to head directly to the Everfull Flagon, which is just their little tavern. Leave it to the dwarves now on an endless cup of ale. And right directly inside, to our left, we have Kranig Stoneshield. Now, he gives you a quest, just one moment here, called the Chamber of Insanity. As you notice, there are a few other quests in here, which of course, feel free to pick up. We will, of course, get to them as well once we get to those quests. But for this video, we're just going to focus on this one here. Once we step out of the tavern, we're just going to actually head down, and we can actually go between these buildings here, just off to the left. Again, a left again, and right to Chamber of Insanity. Now, this quest, I've actually spent a lot of time farming for myself, as it does give you a very unique trap part that is harder to get early on in the game, which is the magical trap parts. Now, there are a few locations of them, and we will be pointing them out when we get to them. Alright, so the first thing in, it is a fairly standard, fairly basic quest. We have two paths that we can go, either north or south. Generally speaking, I always head, left and go north first, but that is a personal preference. Either way, it doesn't make a difference which direction you go. I am just going to kill both of them down here to the south. And while I'm doing that, Conteus is just running behind these little pillars, grabbing the breakables here that they like to tuck away out of sight.
Yep. Trying to get the ransack bone.
Exactly. And towards the north here, again, so each of these paths are going to have a room that looks identical to this, with these little vents here. Now, if you are a Warforged or a Bladeforged type character, or even an Artifice who has taken the Construct Essence feats, you will be immune to the damage, as it is just poison damage. However, our poor little Kendra, she will not be. So what we're just going to do is grab these control boxes as well. These are the ones that also give you those magical trap parts. So it is fairly easy. There's a few of them in here. It takes you no time to grab them. So if you're looking to get those magical trap parts, this is definitely a quest to do. Once you've gotten that, you can pull the lever, and it just spawns in a Shade, which is just a named Wraith. So again, if you're trying to fill out that monster manual, it's got a few unique ones here for you as well. Once you're done, it opens up the door, allowing us to continue just further in. Now, we do have a Necromancer here. Now, sometimes what's going to happen, he'll run in, and he'll actually summon up these dead zombies. Now, I'm not exactly sure specifically what causes them to stand up and spawn. There have been a lot of theories, just letting the Necromancer spawn in himself, running to this door, even just, running around the circle. Maybe it was a time thing. Ultimately, I couldn't come to any conclusive evidence as to specifically what causes them to spawn in.
It always seems to be random.
Yeah, I have just noticed that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So definitely don't rely on having them spawn in there for you. Alright, so just like before, 5 vents on the floor, control box just to the left of the lever, pull the lever, it spawns in the Wraith. So this quest just keeps repeating that until you've hit all 4 corners, with one small exception, and that's actually this next room coming up, as not only does it have the standard thing that we've been doing, but it also has a little extra for us.
Pizzazz.
Exactly.
Some would say.
Now, if we see this door just off to our east, we can actually see behind it the shrines. So if you do need some shrines, it is directly opposite of our initial entrance to the quest.
the midpoint, I would believe.
Exactly. It is literally halfway through. And
Looks like we have another hiccup.
yeah. All right. So here's that little extra. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this control panel to disable the trap for the main part of the room. Now we do have 2 runes. Now it does require you to have specific stats in order to open them up. Once you do pull them open, you'll notice a chest here. Now, don't get loot hungry and run for it right away. They actually try to trick you. There are 2 control panels, one here, and then one's actually tucked right behind there. So I know I've done this a few times my first time through. I would search the trap, and as you see when you do search a trap or with my auto search, it does bring that white light line to just let you know, hey, this is where the box is. Depending on where you're standing, the lines will actually overlap, only showing you that one box. So just be aware that there are 2, um, and you don't get caught, well, with
And
your
I
pants down.
do believe the trap is 2 blender spike traps
Yeah, they
that pop
are.
up off to the left and right of the box,
They are
causing a
exactly.
great damage over a short period of time. If you're not uh, dexterous, it could nearly insta-kill you, almost to any build I do recall.
Yeah, it is. It is very potent, and each box do control a separate one, so you can't just get one. And it's not like some of the other ones where we've been in some of the other, like in some of the 2 quests that we've done, where this one controls both sides. This one literally is one box to each trap. So if you forget one of those, you're gonna get hit by one of those traps. Alright, and a very similar thing with these undead. Run in
Sorry about that.
and it's not really summoning them. Gonna try and walk towards the wall again, see if we can get them, and nothing. They don't want to get up.
Both sets didn't come up this time.
Honestly, I think they're just tired. Want to say they're dead tired.
uh, Amusing.
Alright, and now we just got our final corner here. Again, just like the other ones, we got our trap box directly to the left. And that's one thing I do want to make sure. When you are disabled and if you are using Q&E like I so often do, just make sure you are targeting the trap box and not the lever, as I have seen some people do that and accidentally pull the lever.
Himself included.
Yes, I have done that myself.
Ain't gonna let you skip by that, my friend. Kendra, you died again.
Yeah, and if you'll notice that it's that second wraith that appeared. When a wraith hits you, if you look quick, we got a debuff there. Um, that's a wraith lingering attack. Now, what happens is if you have that buff on, once you die, you will actually come back as a wraith. Now,
As what
cleric,
happened to Kendra.
exactly, and clerics, they actually have a counter spell to this. They have a spawn undead type spell, which basically stops you from spawning as an undead.
Which is very handy in the higher difficulty undead missions where your high level friend becomes a wraith and kills your friend.
Exactly. Alright, so once we're in here, what you want to do, if you're wanting to go for that full bonus, you want to come down here, kill all the trash, and then just wait for this last guy, and take him out. It is a little bit more difficult when you don't have those extra groups of zombies in here. We might actually not get it because of that fact. Yeah, we didn't end
No.
up getting that there. But either way, still a fun quest. Great place to farm out that magical trap part as it can be done very fast. And there are 4 traps, so it can give you a nice amount to that there. Alright, well, thank you guys all for watching. This has been the Chamber of Insanity, and have a good one all.
Take care.